You do not need to learn code to run a WordPress site. This article is fully published in https://mohanmekap.com/2017/04/ You do not need to learn code to run a WordPress site. Most webmasters learn the tricks and tips of difficulties in dealing with and managing of codes through their experiences as webmasters. Most of them do not have mastery over the source of codes. With due course of time they learn these and continue to find playing with codes to be the most vibrant and most interesting part of learning as processes of development of website. With due course of time, you should be able to learn about different plugins or ethical hackings so that value additions to all these could be done with equal ease and passion. It is the zeal and able to move around and find out different bits and pieces of codes and make your site more user-friendly and more friendly towards search engine optimization techniques that make every website owner proud to opt for such techniques. The importance of using a child theme. First, do not make any changes to the theme from WordPress administration. Instead, move towards cPanel hosting and then File Explorer and then Themes and make one child theme of existing theme and then make changes or alter it in accordance with your wishes so as to present your sites with some exceptional appearances. It is important to create a child theme from an existing theme and then do editing and other customization to them so that if at all any wrong while doing coding appears, then you could simply make changes by reverting back to the original theme instead of the child theme. Another form of benefit of using child theme is that whenever the vendor update the theme, all customizations made to the theme automatically removed if you are using main theme, but that does not and should not be the case with child theme as it continues to keep all these customizations as well as updates the theme. Child theme inherits CSS styles and PHP coding of the original theme which are called as parent theme. It also enables you the complete freedom to add any new and additional functionality with complete ease of functioning. You can add your own style and customizations and other sources of codes in order to enable it functions better. WordPress is open source. It all depends upon webmaster to control what they wish for and what are the elements of web administration they wish to unleash. It all depends upon them to choose from the type of hosting beginning with shared or dedicated hosting. Then purchasing of domain names and connecting that domain with hosting. Then, there could have been many such odd one like server firewall, virtual private network and automated backup solutions to prosper and provide worry-free web administrator. You as web administrator have complete freedom to do whatever you wish to with your website. From time to time, it has been seen that many web hosts begin to provide more and more convenient tool for web administrators so that they should not have to do too much of the coding work for them and most of the jobs should be done automatically. Read how to set up auto ads of AdSense. Softaculous apps installer. Then purchasing of domain names and connecting that domain with hosting. Then, there could have been many such odd one like server firewall, virtual private network and automated backup solutions to prosper and provide worry-free web administrator. You as web administrator have complete freedom to do whatever you wish to with your website. From time to time, it has been seen that many web hosts begin to provide more and more convenient tool for web administrators so that they should not have to do too much of the coding work for them and most of the jobs should be done automatically. Softaculous Apps Installer automatically installs WordPress and there is absolutely no coding needed for this. One only need to remember the username, passwords of WordPress administration and the link of WordPress administration so that in the later time posting and editing of an article could be done easily. Now, in the past installation of WordPress was a huge task and now that the difficult part is over. We have seen most of website powered by WordPress loads in slightly slow conditions and that is primarily due to use of PHP codes for WordPress which on the browser of user automatically converted to HTML and then publish the article and this takes some time and if you are using secure protocol such as HTTPS then it doubles up the progression of website time. Most of cPanel hosting comes up with web accelerators such as Management Varnish to speed up things up and it caches all static resources on the server side and then loads these scripts in super fast manner so as to provide a faster loading of website. In this era of complete internet, most of visitors opt for faster web and faster loading of websites so as to find the best information in shortest possible of time as most of them does not have too much time to wait for entire site to load completely. It helps to make the web faster through efficient caching mechanisms. Choose free themes of WordPress. Even now, one should not be too much worried about how to create theme and make a customized theme, as purchasing of a decent theme does take huge money, and in the beginning it is almost difficult to spend money on these factors, as well as many webmasters do tend to go for complete customization without going to buy anything. Most web hosts after 2 to 3 years of hosting tend to add more and more elements of surprises to cPanel hosting, and I just found another option this year, namely WordPress themes, which does provide some original themes for free, and I use one of them and make some customization with it to make website look completely modern and outstanding. With due course of time, hosts also add some additional functionalities so that web administrators should always feel at home and should not have to add an extra bit of exercise of mind so as to find more and more possibilities of introducing and adding coding to website. Experience shows that with due course of time, most of the good web hosts do provide ample conveniences for webmasters to add more and more benefits so that the difficulties to indulge in extreme coding matters should rule out. Read what is web browser subsystems. Creating and managing of a theme does takes huge task, and for this one need to be continuously prepared to make website run faster and smoother, and for this continuous development is the norm of the day, and when webhost does provide the opportunities to grab some additional applications so as to provide and facilitate more and more wonderful way to manage your time so as to define and dedicate more prudential times in generating contents rather than worry for coding and other matters. In select PHP version. From time to time webhosts updates PHP to its latest database so as to speeds up PHP loading on web browser, as well as due to its continuous updates to its latest version we could find more and more security parameters are being implemented so as to facilitate the progressions of websites to more and more secure environment. Use add-ons from cPanel hosting. This does not need any coding skills to do it. Just head over to this segment in PHP version and then select the latest updated and available PHP version from yours web host so as to provide more and more definitive way to impact security paradigm to yours website. Another option located inside of cPanel is that of Optimize Website. It is about implementation of zip mechanisms to your website so that the code related to HTML, CSS, JavaScripts are well zipped and loads the packets to the user's browser to a smaller sizes. There has been many tutorials to implement zip to website through editing of .to, but these needed some of the coding and technology brilliances. Instead, one could opt for more valiant options located inside the software segment of cPanel. Opt for Optimize Website and then use it for all of website to optimize or zip entire contents of website all in one go. In the security segment of cPanel, one option is that of hot link protection, which if enabled for website can save precious website bandwidth level for real-time visitors. It can be enabled through .to through some coding, but most of the web host does provide option for this through its hot link protection. Most of times while sharing links of articles to Facebook, Twitter and Pinterest, they take chunk of bandwidth limit of website and then publish part of image of that article so as to show the article in entirety, but in turn this could jeopardize precious bandwidth limits of website, and it is important to go for enabling hot link protection so as to make yours website available for all the time to returning and new visitors. Many a times some web host does provide option for publishing of homepage through Site Publisher software of cPanel, and it does make these processes entirely automatic so as to provide more and more vigilant way to load yours website quickly to provide most of information those are needed for further development of website. Read superior website design thoughts and preludes. In these processes, there is no need for coding of website, as well as there is no need to spend huge time within these practice of coding, as well as most of coding belongs to geeks, and most of time we have seen that could keep apart laymen. With the advent of these automated software installation for every purpose of work, now we could see most of the laymen could turn into absolute professional webmasters without any slightest need for coding knowledge. Use Cloudflare Free Content Delivery Network, CDN. As we have discussed earlier in this segment, many a times the loading times of WordPress-powered website does take huge time, but with due course of time we have seen many such improvements of it with the advent of Content Delivery Network, which used to spread website at different geolocations while caching the real-time contents of it, and most of webhost does provide option for supercharging yours website in the form of Cloudflare or other content delivery networks in the forms of partnership program, and user can get it at the cost of hosting. One could enable Content Delivery Network to load website faster and always on despite some sporadic server outrages. Now, some content delivery networks like Cloudflare also offering securing of website through its free HTTPS program, and there is some technical expertise of going through the setup of processes need to be known in order to understand and implement it without spending any additional money. In this blog I have written some comprehensive article about this subject, and if you have an interest in it then search Cloudflare in the search box of this website to find these article. These are some of the fewest lists which I have described here, and there could be more, and if you invest yours time while searching all these in cPanel, and then you could find some more and more interesting stuff so as to find more efficient and more dynamic way to manage your website. And certainly you do not need any such coding expertise for this, as most of these works now could be done easily with many such softwares that has been installed within cPanel environments. It is the zeal to learn far more and know more could provide you with an additional level of knowledge source and could turn you from layman to geeks in order to make your professional career extremely wonderful and sophisticated.